Tigers fans, buckle up because Terrell May just crashed into our world like an absolute tank and a bulldozer, and I'm calling it now. This guy is a beast and is key to dragging us out of the basement and deep into the NRL 2025 season, maybe even to the finals, but let's not lose my mind over that yet. But hey, I am Geordie and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, smash that like button, hit subscribe and ring the bell. It helps me and the algorithm out a ton, and so you don't miss a single second of any Tigers action. And as a diehard fan who has suffered through 3 wooden spoons and way too many heartbreak seasons, I've been screaming for a game changer like Terrell May. He stormed in the Leichhardt, and after he did that, he has owned the stadium, and he even owned the Eels in that 30 to 18 preseason demolition this last week, and I am buzzing. I think he's our ticket to turning this ship around. So grab a drink, settle in, because we're going to get right into it, and we're going all in on Terrell May today. His roots, his rise, and just his Roosters roller coaster, what he's already shown us, and why I reckon he's the powerhouse who will carry us deep into September 2025. Oh, and drop a comment. Are you as hyped as me? Are you as hyped as me for this guy? Because I just want to see who is actually getting around Terrell May, and I want to see who's roaring with me in the orange and the black. All right, let's kick it off. Let's go with where this legend came from. Obviously, the start at the start. Terrell's story to Tigers is kind of a one about grit through and through. He was born in Blacktown, Western Sydney, I think April 29th, 1999. So he's 25 now, and he's a product of that tough as nails Penrith Junior system. The same one that churned out Jerome Luai and Sonia Taruva. And so he's one of 5 brothers. He's been killing it. And I think his brother Talon is with the Panthers, and the younger ones are coming up too in the NRL. Just so these guys are they would backyard battle, I'm assuming, growing up, and built him to be 108 kilos, 183 centimeters, just an absolute wrecking ball, and what he is now. And then growing up, he worshipped Samoan icons like James Tamoa and Frank Pritchard. This big bruising forwards with skill and swagger, and you can see that DNA in every carry that he makes. He didn't get handed anything though. He slogged it out in Penrith's juniors teams, dominated the Patrician brothers in Blacktown, and then cracked out the New South Wales Cup as well with the Panthers feeder side. And that's where the Roosters spotted him. And it was in 2022 he made the NRL debut, round 10 against the Eels. Funnily enough, off the bench, 78 meters in 30 minutes, and I'm thinking, who is this kid? That's the start of Terrell May that's the start of the Terrell May we are inheriting, right? So Tigers fans, a local boy who's fought for every single meter, and he's earned every single meter. So let's roll into the Rooster stint that he had, because this is where he went from rookie, I would say, to revelation, right? And where they stuffed up letting him go, to be honest, and it's our game. But that debut year, 2022, was just an absolute solid year for him. He played 9 games, mostly short stints, averaging around 70 meters a pop. Pretty solid though for a rookie, but you could tell he was just still trying to find his feet next to Jared Hargreaves and Lindsay Collins as well. And then 2023 hits, and he levels up. 17 games, starts a handful of those, racks up I think 1,200 meters overall, scores twice, and starts flashing those hands with 15 offloads. And I'm watching thinking, okay, he's got something, but 2024, that's the explosion. 2024, 27 games, and every single round, the only Rooster to do it. 6 tries, 2,963 meters. He ran 40 offloads, 97.8% tackle rate, efficiency across 691 tackles, which is insane. So that's 110 meters per game, breaking tackles they're nothing, and flicking balls out the back line he's a bloody 5'8", for goodness sake. He's named RLPA Impact Player of the Year off the bench, which is crazy, up there with Payne Haas and Junior Paulo. But with his extra flair, I just think he's going to be unstoppable. So April 2024, Roosters signed him to a 2-year extension, $950,000. Sweet. He's locked in. Then October, out of nowhere, they cut him loose. I'm like, what? And so I saw a post on X. They were like, he went wild. Some say they wanted Ben Hunt. Others reckon that he wasn't Roosters culture. And I think that's absolute nonsense. He ran a marathon in that offseason, played every game. And you're trying to tell me that's not passion? He torched that on the Buy Round podcast, saying he's all about family and footy. And I'm sitting here like, thank you, Roosters, for handing us, I think, a superstar, like in the moment, but also in the making. Benji Marshall pounced 3 years till 2027. Reportedly, I think they're saying like $2 million. Best move we made in years. Now, let's relive that preseason, the Eels game specifically last week, because Terrell didn't just show up. He owned that game, and he was a preview of what is coming in 2025 at Leichhardt Oval. 4,812 of us faithful are going to be braving the rain. We smash them 30-18, and Terrell's the heartbeat of that whole game. X-Post had stats. First half was 40 minutes, 14 runs, 125 meters, 59 post contact, 18 tackles. Like, absolute legend, right? And then he's bending lines, he's sucking in defenders, creating space, and think James Fisher Harris, but younger and hungrier. And then second, we're talking skill. 40 offloads in 2024 isn't just a fluke. He's got vision and he has hands. Most props can't even touch numbers like that, and he will hit a hole, draw two, flick it to Luai or Galvin, and boom, freaking try time, fellas. Third is stamina. 60 minutes in preseason, a marathon in December. He is a machine who will go all day non-stop, kind of like a faithful dog. He is just going to go so hard. And fourth, he is a leader. Leadership, he's 25, but talks like he is a West Tigers vet. He's told Sporting News he is here to lead the pack to a premiership. And that's not hot air. He's got the Samoan pride. He's got that family drive and that chip on his shoulder from the Roosters. And fifth is his intangibles. He's mates with Luai, Skelton from Samoa Duty. Fits Benji's family first vibe, and I'm picturing him rallying up the boys, firing up the sheds, turning on the pushovers, the Predators, things like that. And I think he's going to turn us actually from pushovers to Predators, and compare him to Stefano, who bailed for the Storm. Stefano's a beast, 110 meters a game, but Terrell's got more flair, more durability, and more loyalty, in my opinion. And he's not going to be replacing Stefano. I think he's going to be upgrading us from Stefano. So, how's he helping us go deep into 2025? Let's paint the picture, because I am dreaming big. I was on my way home from work today just dreaming of this video, because I think Terrell is just the absolute cornerstone for the West Tigers in 2025. Like I've said in many videos, our pack has been so soft for years, especially in the middle. We've averaged 1,400 run meters a game. We've been in the bottom four, while a top team like Penrith hits 1,600 plus. Terrell's 110 meter average insanity just boosts us on his own. Pair him with people like Royce Hunt, and who's getting 100 plus, David Clemmer, 90 off the bench. We're talking some insane depth in this team and some insane runs, and that just sets up our spine. Luai at 7, Galvin at 6, Dream Bullet at fullback number 1, my boy, and then Appy at 9, all feasting off this quick play the ball. So I'm thinking round 1, March 8th, Knights at Campbelltown. Terrell smashes their middles, Hunt backs him up, Luai just absolute carves it up. Bullet scores a long range. We win 28-20. That's my prediction. And there I am, they're losing, and I'm just going to be losing my voice, because I know this for a fact is going to happen. And then fast forward to mid-season, say round 14, June 8th against the Dragons at the Wynn Stadium. Terrell's going to be averaging 120 meters, 1 to 5 offloads a game, and we're going to be sitting 7 to 6, and he bulldozes Jack de Berlin and offloads to Galvin, hits to Ruva, try 24-18 upset, and that's the stuff that turns close losers into gritty wins. Defensively too, let's talk about that. He is a rock. What has he got? 97.8% tackle efficiency last year, 25 to 30 tackles at a game. no more leaking points up the gut, I think, with him there. Against top teams, too, like the Storm, was it round 20, July 19th at Leichhardt? He stonewalls Harry Grant, holds us in it, and we nick a 16-14 grinder. That's 3, 4, 5 extra wins right there. And the difference between 16th and 8th, like, let's zoom out for the season arc, because Terrell's not just a flash, like, he's a marathon man, and I mean that literally. He ran, what, a 42.2K in December? No, any other like NRL prop is doing that. Like the durability means he peaks late when it counts, right? So rounds 1 to 10, he's building 100 and 120 meters a game. Laying platforms, like gelling with Royce Hunt and Samuel Afanu. Like rounds 11, 12, he's going to be humming 130 meters, like 2 offloads a game, easily breaking teams open as Luai finds his groove. By rounds 21 to 27, which is like August to September, he's going to be a nightmare. I'm calling 140 meters, origin chatter, and we are pushing for the 8. Picture round 25 on August, 30th this year. Sharks at PointsBet, where we are 12 and 11, clinging to a final spot. Terrell runs just for 150, busts 3 tackles, sets up Jack Bird with a beautiful flick pass for a match winner, 18-16, and we are in the hunt. If we snag 12 wins, doable with our draw, I think. What do you guys think about that? That's 24 points, enough for 8th most years. Like, we're not going to be a wooden spoon, guys. Terrell is the engine. Every extra meter, every extra tackle, every offload gets us there. And what about the playoffs? I am daring to go there because Terrell is built for finals footy. Look at his 2024 prelim against the Storm. Like, what was it? 112 meters off the bench, try assist, stood up Jerome Hughes. He thrives on the clutch. And so I say we might actually scrape in. 8th spot, 24 points. Final week 1, September 13th against the Roosters at Allianz Stadium. Perfect revenge game. Was it Terrell versus his old mob, right? So, like, he's going to be charging for 160 meters, offloads twice. One leads to a Luai Buller special, I think. So, we stun him 22-20. And I'm crying orange and black tears at this point. Like, week 2, maybe Panthers at Accor. He matches Fisher Harris, 140 meters each. But his offload to Galvin is going to catch the nap in. 18-16 upset. Guys, we're going to just flog it this season. Like, I really think we've got a shot at our first final since 2011, and he's going to just be the spearhead for it all. He's not perfect, though. Like, preseason's not the real deal. And, the Eels were half strength. No Moses or Brown. He's got to prove it against Penrith Pack or Melbourne Spine in the regular season, I think. And discipline's a question for him. What do you have in 2024? 3 sin bins. And you just can't do that in tight games. And especially with being a West Tigers, been part of the pack, and he needs support too. He is injury prone. Kind of like Hunt, Royce Hunt, he's injury prone, Clemmer's aging, but Benji's got him locked in. Told Fox Sport he loves Terrell's family first attitude and sees him as a leader. X-fans even reckon like he's origin bound by June, Daly's already eyeing him off, Laurie Daly, and if he hits that level, we're not just scraping by, guys. We are pushing top 6. Sorry to jump forth, but I'm so pumped because we have him. And Phil Gould even called him our roster top 8 with Terrell. I just don't see how this doesn't work out well for us, guys. And just with him, look at his mindset too. What he told James Graham, we are here to win a ring, lead by actions, not words. That Eel game was a taste. What he had, 205 meters, no misses. Scale that up, and we're a different team. Last year, we won 4 games. Terrell's worth 3 or 4 alone with his own output. Add Luai's polish, Galvin's spark, Hunt's mongrel spirit, and we're not cellar dwellers anymore. Guys, I just think it's going to work out for us. I am so hopeful. And I just don't know. I'm so pumped for the first game, round 1, that's coming up here this week. And I just think it's going to be an absolute ripper of a game. So let me know what you guys think about this deep dive. What do you think of Terrell May? Do you think he is our guy that is going to spearhead the West Tigers 2025 season? Or do you think he's just going to burn out kind of like every other West Tigers player in the past? Let me know in the comments what you think, but I'm feeling good. I put some bold predictions out there because I truly, truly, truly think we have what it takes with him, with Luai, with Hunt, with the whole pack. And as always, guys, take it easy.